Welcome to the first podcast, guys. This is going to be a series that we're going to be doing today. That's it. That's all I have.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.
All right. See ya.
All right, so there's a saying, a homage that it's gonna change your life, okay? But in all seriousness, let's take a step back and think about things for a second. We've been 2 years, almost 2 years, till well, next year it'll be 2 years of this new life, right? Of this new world, of this hell, lack of better words. And for a while you get angry, for a while blah blah blah. You go through all that. Then it gets to a point where you just have to get the thorns out of your own eye. You can point the finger, wag the finger at other people, and how this sucks, that sucks, that sucks. You can be going deep into these threads on these Discords and on these Reddits and absorbing all the truth and absorbing, blah, 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 going down that rabbit hole. But then you ask yourself, is my life even actually getting better? Am I getting healthier? Am I able to provide sustenance for myself and independence, right? Because as long as you can provide true independence for yourself, you can remove yourself from this pain or this problem in your life or out there. Then you get to a point of like, you just need to start doing stuff that actually favors you, helps you. You just have to begin that consistently instead of being addicted to consumption. You're consuming YouTube video after YouTube video. You're consuming the news. You're in a homeostasis of viewer. I think the term is voyeurism, where you're just so used to consuming. If you look at how society's structured, it's like we just shoot out these people who are just ready to put their head down, go with the flow, and just consume. And so you essentially have to act your way out of this. You can't think your way out of whatever you're going through right now, whether it's addictions to various foods, lifestyle, blah, 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 or whether it's like, I'm not happy with the state of the world, I don't have anything to live for, life sucks, I don't want to wear face diapers, whatever the case may be. The solution is you in the mirror, because there is always some sort of solution, whether that's, okay, there's people who lost their jobs, tons of people got laid off when all of this began, and they could either sit and twiddle their thumbs and say, woe is me, this is not fair. It's not fair that like we're the diaper section is getting wrapped up in hazard tape, and then at 7 p.m. you can't buy this here, but then at 8 p.m. you can buy that there. All these weird rules. I've seen so many businesses, independent businesses, mom and pop shops. They're like ghost towns in these rural parts around the cities, and it's crazy. And so you have people perhaps put 20, 30 years of their life into that career or whatever, and then overnight, poof, gone. They can sit, and although you're right, and you can toil with others, and although it's like, I get it, it's completely unfair, you have two options, which is to just perish, go headfirst into something that you don't really want to do, or create the solution. And so what did people have to do? If you got laid off, you go online, you find a way to work online, you find a way out, you find a new path. And so you have to just start this thing that is the solution, and in the back of your mind that that's what you want to do, but you don't feel motivated to do it. Well, that's fine. The motivation will kick in when all the negativity starts getting a little too crazy. But the point is, like, I saw what was this one YouTube guy I was following? I think he's into crypto and stuff. And he okay, so here's an analogy, okay? I first learned about the crypto space. This is not financial advice, but I first learned about the crypto space in 2017. I saw, Bitcoin go from $1,000 to 20K. I had so much FOMO. I bought it at like 19 grand, and I watched it fizzle down to 3 grand. And then I got so mad. I'm like, screw this, I'm out. And Then lo and behold, we saw crypto come back definitely in the past year and a half, right? And I saw this one YouTuber take his net worth from like $10,000 just working. He was like flipping tickets, ticket like tournament places you go watch football. He was like flipping tickets online to now having a net worth of 8 figures, trying to climb to 9 figures and one day be a billionaire. Which is crazy. He did that in 3 years, which is like unprecedented, being able to create that kind of wealth in just 3 years. Mind you, he started in his like 40s, had a wife, kids. Yes, he was already like to a degree successful. It's not like he was just starting from nothing, but this dude just began in his 40s, in his late 30s. It's like, wow, here I am thinking, oh, there's no hope for me, or I'm too late, or I'm da 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 da. You have to just get all that junk out of your head, because there is no other option really for you. If you really go look in the mirror and you ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to live, and what is the direction to get there, it becomes binary. It just becomes like 0 and 1 of like, okay, you just have to start doing the work, even though it is unfair, even though maybe you got laid off, even though it's stupid, the rules with the rules and this and that and all what people are saying, and the overlords are corrupt, all that nonsense. It's true. But look at what you can control. Focus on that. It's also like black magic to get you so fixated on things that you can't control. It actually feeds the whole thing, where you then give up on yourself and you're playing a part in just giving up, essentially, and becoming very apathetic. It's kind of like this, it's very odd, where it's like you think that you're, by fixating on that negative or whatever so greatly, you think you're doing something about it, but it's taking away time, quality work, quality focus, quality just true presence and engagement, action, right? Proactivity, not inactivity, and really just being like more industrious. It's taking away time from that, which brings so much abundance in your life, so much abundance. So whatever it may be, oh, I'm fat, or it's too late for me, I'm in my 30s, I can't put on muscle. It's like, okay, like, yeah, maybe you're not going to be as ripped as you could have been at 22, but nonetheless, like, do you want to have a stroke when you're 40? I think really the key thing when you're thinking about this of like, it's too late, you just don't have perspective. What's your other option? if you don't find a way, I think about it myself. I'm like, if I don't find a way to get bread online, I am not going to go wear two face diapers working in a, 9 to 5. That is not an option. It's just not. But it can be an option if you just don't try. Like, it can be part of your storyline. I hope it's not. I hope you don't have to do that. But it can be if you just don't do the necessary work to find a new way out. You're going to get there, but there's a way out. But if you think it's like the other way around, where, okay, I don't want to do that, but I'm also not going to like do anything to really create sustenance and to create a way out, then you're screwed. Then you've given up on the one person who has the most power in your situation, which is you. So it's never late. It's really never late. It's late is relative. Late is contextual. It's just about the scope. Maybe in one sense it is, but in a more macro, grander scheme of things, it's not.
Yeah, like a lot of the pain we feel, it's like, well, it's like these guys did it faster, and I'm this age or whatever. Everyone, no matter what age you are, has that feeling of, oh, it's too late. Even like teenagers, man, like they're in they're 19, and they're like, man, I wish I started in 15. I'm like, it never ends. This 50-year-old guy saying the exact same thing. I wish I started at 18. So wherever you are, it's really emotionally and mentally, spiritually, really just accepting it, not just taking action, but like sitting in there and be like, you know what? I really need to understand that, yes, maybe I did waste some time. Okay, cool. But now that you're aware in this present moment, you can make a vow to yourself that, hey, this pain, you take that pain with you, because the pain of regret, it's regret you're feeling. It's regret I didn't start sooner. Now, obviously, if you're like 12, it's like you're not listening to this podcast either, but you have nothing to complain about at that age. But generally speaking, you take that regret and you hold it close to you, And whenever you feel like giving up and wasting more time, you can remember like, hey, I this pain is really bad, like this regret, and it festers and destroys you in your soul. I don't want to feel that. So every action I take on a day-to-day basis is moving me towards what I wanted to do. Doesn't matter if I'm 50 or I'm 20. You start that same day and really sit with it. And obviously, we go more in depth with that in our course on how to go from A to Z and actually applying it step by step. But this is the general gist of it. So accept that where you are, really accept it. Like you have to be, don't push it on the rug. Like, oh, whatever, I'm going to go 10x the speed because that's what I did. I would, in order to compensate for that time loss, I would go 10,000 miles per hour, but then I would burn out really fast. And then I'm back at square one. So take it 1% each day, you know? The problem with that is like we don't feel the wins every time it's 1%, but you gotta trust the process that if you're moving 2 steps forward, it doesn't matter if you move 1 step backward.